Hey, this is Mike Renoir, Northwest Fightscene, NW Fightscene.com, here with Landon Showalter. He's fighting in the main event on Saturday night at the Snoqualmie Casino against Shonie Carter. Now, Landon, how are you feeling?
Feel good. I'm excited.
Now, this is apparently your last fight. Is that true?
It's true. This is it. I'm going to retire. Of course, every fighter thinks he's got a few more fights in him, but I just had a daughter. She's 9 months old. You know, I got a couple of gyms going on. Grappling promotions, you guys know, cover some of that stuff. So I'm going to start focusing more on my family and business.
Right on. Now, you've had a long fighting career, and let's talk. We'll get into your fighting career. Let's talk first about the fight on Saturday night. Now, Shonie Carter is a guy who's been around a long time, like yourself. Had a ton of fights. Talk about him as an opponent and what it means, you know, in your last fight.
Basically, Shonie Carter. The reason why I wanted that fight was we were supposed to fight, you know, probably 6-7 years ago. It just didn't work out. Shonie Carter is someone that when I was an amateur I used to look up to, and I really liked his flashy, unorthodox style. He was really an entertaining fighter. So I came into my pro career kind of rough. My first pro fight was against Robbie Lawler, and I don't see why I should go out with an easy opponent. I think our styles match up really well. We're both more stand-up guys. We like to put on good shows. So I'm excited. Like I said, he's someone that's, in my opinion, a legend and done a lot for the sport. And, I feel very honored to fight him for my last fight.
Awesome. Just talk about the career, and you've been around a long time. You fought some of the tough guys out there. You know, Lieben, Hallman, Matt Lindland, Drew Fickett, some of these other guys, Pete Sell. Talk about your career as you look back. You know, you have more losses than wins, but that doesn't necessarily reflect who you are as a fighter. You're a guy that goes out there and likes to bang. Talk about, when you look back, what are some of your thoughts?
Nothing. I don't regret anything I've done. I didn't get in the sport to be famous. I got in the sport to have a good time. It's done a lot for me. It's given me a career, a good paycheck, running a gym. I've traveled all over the world. I've fought in Korea, taken students to Japan. Regardless of my record, I have competed. Most of my pro career has been against top UFC level fighters. I could have took easy fights and had a padded record. I don't see that there's any honor in that, so I'd rather challenge myself against the best. I'm one shy of 50. Hopefully I go out on top with an even record. But regardless, I feel blessed and privileged to have competed against the best in the sport. You know, I don't have to go out there and say that, yeah, I'm 20-0 against nobody. I get to go out and say I fought the #1 middleweight. I fought Chris Lieben, one of the most heavy-handed guys that took him to a split decision. I fought Pete Sell. You know, I've had great experiences, so I don't regret, nor do I care about my record. Never have. I'm in it to have a good time. So that's what I've done.
Right on, right on. Now, talk about the luck factor. A couple years ago, you joined, or you tried out for the Ultimate Fighter. You went down. They actually called you down to Vegas. More or less accepted you, then decided at the last moment to cut out and only do heavyweights. Talk about the luck factor in terms of someone's rise as a fighter and your luck factor.
Well, earlier in MMA history, I think that it was more on skill, how well a fighter you are. As the sport gets bigger, more politics get involved. I don't think it's luck. I think it's who you know. At that time, I was a little bitter that I got cut because Kimbo Slice, an internet sensation who has no skill, in my opinion, ended up squashing my UFC dreams. But at the same time, it kind of woke me up and taught me a little bit about the sport, a little more, that there's more politics involved than you would think. So it is what it is. I think that there's a land, for every fighter, and I think my true calling to the sport at this point in my career is to pass on my experiences to my students and spend time with my family now.
Okay, well, no, let's talk about that transition phase that you're in now, going from fighter and coach to just being a full-time coach. Here at AKA, you got a large squad of a fight team, pro fighters, amateur fighters. Talk about some of the things that you try to impart to them as they grow in their careers.
Well, I just try to install good training habits. teach them that it's not necessarily always, I mean, everyone who gets in the cage, you want to win. But if you fight 100%, put your heart into it, sometimes you come up short. You know, I just want them to know that it takes a man to get in the cage. There's a lot of critics out there that will criticize you, and just to shake it off and follow your dream, man. Everybody has their own individual goals, and as long as you meet them, you're not a loser, you're a winner. It doesn't matter if you're 0-10 or 20-0. So I just try to teach them to have big hearts. Always, never give up. That's the key. I don't want you to quit. Quitters, in my opinion, shouldn't be in the sport. A lot of people have criticized me in the past. I've had some losing streaks. I'm on a little bit of one now. That's not why I'm here, man. I really have a good time with the sport, and I'm proud to be part of the Northwest Fightscene. So, to each their own, you know, whatever. You know, criticize me, love me, hate me, I don't care. I'm doing it for me, not for everybody else, and for my students and families. So.
Talk about some of your students now. Who are, you know, you obviously got some real good guys coming out of here. Matt Coble.
Matt Coble's no longer with AKA.
Oh, sorry. Talk about some of the guys who are with AKA and who you're working with.
I have a pretty big amateur team. I have a couple of pros now. At one point, Matt Cole was a part of our pro team, but he's moved on to his different deal now. Right now, as pros, I have Matt Kovacs, Josiah Mitchell, we have Christian Ortiz, and then myself. Well, not anymore, not after Saturday, but and I have a couple guys who are coming up, like Ken Alexander. He's a very talented athlete. He's really young in the sport still in his first year and a half. Tal Keeney's with us now. That's a great addition. He can help out some of the guys with wrestling. We hired on a new Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach. He's 8, black belt under I think a month ago. So we're honing in. We have a pretty well-rounded team now, and my main focus is going to basically get these guys into the big shows and get them their breaks. You know, I have enough connections locally and a few around the nation. So, you know, that's it. That's what I want to do. So.
Okay. Also talk about you just done your last Arlington Submission Challenge just recently in September. That's it for the year now?
Yeah, that's it for this year. I'm going to have a meeting with my business partners, and we're going to lock down another date for early next year. And it's growing, and we're having a good time with it. And I think the competitors are really having a good time. It's a unique style of rules, and it's starting to catch on. So that's exciting too.
Good. And talk about, final question here is Charles Pearson. Now, he's been your coach for a long time. Talk about Charles and what he means to you as a coach and as a friend.
Charles has been, you know, that brother I never had. He's been a huge impact on my life. He's always believed in me, even in the hardest times where I've had some hard losing streaks, some personal problems. He's a very, very charismatic, very loyal, good guy. He's an amazing man. And if it wasn't for Charlie, I wouldn't be where I'm at, along with the students and everything. I could go on for hours about Charlie. He's, you know, become my best friend, my mentor, my brother. I love the guy. You know, he means the world to me. So I guess that pretty much sums it up. How I feel about Charlie. He's a good dude. So.
Awesome. Now, anyone to thank here?
First and foremost, I got to thank my wife for supporting me, all my kids always putting up with me. It's been kind of hectic on them when I'm cutting weight, and there's a lot of tension around the house, and they've always been really supportive of me. Obviously, Northwest Fightscene for always getting the word out there about the Northwest Fightscene, and my students at AKA, my family, you know, my sister's planning out for this fight. She's always been a big support. Obviously, C3 and Charlie Pearson. And Locklow.com, Clench Mouth Guard, Jeff Hoybe has been really supportive. What is it? I just picked up a new sponsor for gear. They're out of Idaho. I'm cutting weight. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to forget. Yellow Jacket Clothing. They're hooking me up for this fight, so I'll have some new gear on there. Hopefully, I can rep it real well. I think more than anything, the fans in Northwest, man, we'd be nothing without you. So keep supporting everybody.
Well, awesome. Hey, Landon, I appreciate your time. We'll see you in there at Snoqualmie Casino, Rumble in the Ridge 20 against Shonie Carter.
Right on, thank you guys.
All right, thank you.